Ever spent hours prepping a sample, only to see nothing under the SEM? You know the viruses are there, but the screen is blank. It's a common frustration in microscopy, searching for something invisible. Bacteriophages are incredibly tiny, often just a few dozen nanometers across, smaller than visible light can resolve. Preparing them for SEM is a delicate process. A single misstep can make them vanish or distort. SEM isn't just photography. It's building an image from electrons bouncing off a specially prepared, dry, and conductive surface. Biological samples are mostly water and non-conductive, so we must replace the water, lock the structure, and coat them with metal, without losing our viruses. Often, it's not a big mistake but a subtle detail that hides your sample. Each virus, concentration, and substrate may need tweaks to the standard protocol. Think of it less as following a recipe, and more as learning to cook by feel. In the next scenes, we'll break down the process, highlight common pitfalls, and share tips to finally see those elusive viruses. Let's get started. The first challenge is making sure your viruses stick to the surface you'll image. We use glass cover slips or silicone chips, but viruses won't naturally cling to them. Enter poly-L-lysine, a polymer that creates a positively charged layer, attracting the negatively charged viruses. Apply a drop, wait a few minutes, rinse gently, and ensure an even coating. Too little poly-L-lysine and nothing sticks. Too much and you obscure your sample. Next, add your virus suspension and let it sit. Timing varies, so test what works best. Concentration matters. Too dilute, and you'll be searching for hours. Too dense, and you risk clumping. Before moving on, check your sample under a light microscope with a stain if possible. You won't see individual viruses, but you'll know if you have enough material. This quick check can save hours of wasted effort. Don't skip it. Now, on to fixation. With viruses attached, it's time to preserve their structure for the SEM's vacuum. Fixation with glutaraldehyde cross-links proteins, locking the virus in place. Use the right concentration and time. Too little, and viruses deform. Too much, and you get artifacts. Rinse gently to avoid washing away your sample. Use pipettes or gentle dips, not squirt bottles. Next, dehydrate with a graded ethanol series. Gradually increase concentrations to avoid shocking or collapsing the viruses. Skipping steps or rushing leads to shrunken, unrecognizable shapes. Each step must be gentle and precise. The final ethanol bath prepares your sample for drying. Every link in this chain matters. Handle with care. Now let's dry and coat. Drying is critical. Let ethanol evaporate, and surface tension will crush your viruses. Critical point drying is the gold standard. Replace ethanol with liquid CO2, then carefully vent as gas, leaving structures intact. If you lack this equipment, HMDS is a decent alternative, but not as precise. Once dry, your sample still isn't ready. Biological material isn't conductive. Sputter coat with a thin layer of metal, usually gold palladium. The coating must be just thick enough to prevent charging, but thin enough to preserve detail. Too thick, and you bury your viruses. Too thin, and you get image artifacts. Aim for a few nanometers of coating. This final step is key to crisp, high-contrast images. Now your sample is ready for the SEM. Time for the moment of truth. After all that work, you mount your sample pump down the SEM and hopefully see those tiny, intricate viruses. That first clear image is a huge reward for your patience and precision. But if you see nothing, don't panic. Troubleshooting is part of the process. Review your steps. Was the virus concentration right? Was rinsing too harsh? Was the coating too thick? Each failure is a lesson, not a waste. SEM prep is both science and art. Protocols guide you, but intuition and careful adjustment make the difference. Share your findings and tips with colleagues. Small tweaks can make a big impact. Keep detailed notes, change one variable at a time, and don't hesitate to ask for advice. Mistakes are valuable data points. With patience and collaboration, you'll master the art of imaging the invisible. Good luck and happy hunting.